It's no secret that Giannis Antetokounmpo has been playing out of his mind this season. The Greek freak himself may have had his best season to date, and that's saying something. The 28-year-old averaged a career-high 31.1 points per game this regular season. And despite his team's struggles with injuries, he's managed to lead the Bucks to the best record at 58-24 in the league. I mean, this guy is like a sledgehammer, smashing through watermelons as he rumbles downhill towards the basket. And when defenders try to slow him down, sometimes the only way to do it is with a hard foul. Because let's face it, pain is a non-negotiable part of the equation when it comes to guarding Giannis. He's scored more points in the paint and on fast breaks than anybody else this season, with over 125 more baskets in the restricted area than the runner-up. That's just insane. The pressure he applies in transition is unmatched and inevitable. If you're not disciplined enough to shrink the floor, he'll make you pay with an easy bucket. And even if you are disciplined enough to shrink the floor, well, it's still probably going to be a bucket. And yet, despite his incredible performance, the odds are against him winning MVP. Now, it comes as no surprise that the three finalists for the MVP award are all-stars Giannis Antetokounmpo, Joel Embiid of the Philadelphia 76ers, and Nikola Jokic of the Denver Nuggets. These three have been consistently putting up incredible numbers and leading their teams to success all season long. This MVP race and the resurgence of the NBA big man has been hot topics among fans. But despite the constant debate over who deserves the award the most, there's one name that often gets left out of the conversation, and that's Giannis. But wait, why is Giannis being left out of the conversation most of the time? Well, before we get into the details of it all, be sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss any of our upcoming uploads. I mean, let's be real. Giannis has had another incredible regular season. This guy is a two-time MVP winner himself, and this season, he's still been putting up impressive numbers and leading the Bucks to a solid playoff position. He's been dominating the NBA for the past 5 seasons, and this year was no exception. Averaging 31 points, 12 rebounds, and 6 assists per game is insane. And the fact that he's an MVP candidate for the 5th straight season is a testament to how amazing he really is. But what sets Giannis apart is his ability to play both ends of the floor at an elite level. He led the league in points per minute, which is an impressive feat on its own, but he also managed to reduce his opponent's field goal percentage by a whopping 6.8%. That means players shot almost 7% worse when defended by Giannis compared to their average shooting percentage. Simply put, Giannis is a beast on the court. His combination of scoring, rebounding, and playmaking makes him a nightmare for any opponent. And when you add in his defensive prowess, it's no surprise why he's considered one of the best players in the league. Now, according to the experts, Joel Embiid and Nikola Jokic are currently the favorites to take home the award. And while they are both fantastic players, it's hard to ignore the fact that Giannis should also be deep into this discussion. He's been carrying his team on his back all season long. It's weird how everyone in the media at large are ignoring what Giannis has done this season. In fact, Giannis himself has acknowledged that he's done everything he can to win the MVP award. And honestly, it's hard to argue with him. He's been putting up ridiculous numbers, and he's been doing it all while dealing with injuries and adversity. Antetokounmpo said, "We were the #1 team in the NBA. If that's not enough, I don't know what else I can do. Whatever happens, happens. It's out of my control. Whoever wins the MVP, if it's not me, has earned it." Giannis has also suggested that voter fatigue could be a factor in his MVP snub. He's won the MVP award twice, and he's been a dominant force for the Milwaukee Bucks. But there's a growing concern that his past wins and the Bucks' consistent regular season performance may be leading to this. Now, if you're not familiar with the term, voter fatigue refers to the tendency of voters to become less enthusiastic about voting for the same person year after year. In other words, people might be getting tired of seeing Giannis win the MVP award and want to give someone else a chance. Take LeBron James, for instance. Widely regarded as one of the greatest basketball players of all time, he hasn't won the MVP award since the 2012-13 season. Crazy! Giannis also added that maybe you see MJ play 15 years, won only 5 MVPs. Kareem was so good, only won 5 MVPs. LeBron only won 4 MVPs. I believe you might be the best every single year, and maybe voters get tired of you or take you for granted. And when it comes to this coveted award, there's been a lot of talk of Joel Embiid and Nikola Jokic being the frontrunners for the award. And I gotta say, they both have strong cases. Let's talk about Embiid. The guy is an absolute scoring machine, and he's about to win the scoring title in back-to-back years. That's impressive, no doubt about it. He's averaging a scorching 33.1 points per game, along with 10.2 rebounds and 4.2 assists. But the thing is, despite being an all-star every season since 2017-18, he hasn't won the MVP award yet. Next, we have Jokic. This guy has won the award for the past 2 seasons, and he's still putting up ridiculous numbers. During the regular season, he put up some insane numbers, almost averaging a triple-double. That's 24.5 points, 11.8 rebounds, and 9.8 assists. Plus, he's led his team, the Denver Nuggets, to the #1 seed in the Western Conference, the Bucks. Now, back to Giannis. He may not have control over whether or not he wins the MVP award this season, but let's be real, that's not the only thing that matters in the NBA. What matters is winning that championship ring, and Giannis is definitely a key player for the Milwaukee Bucks if they want to bring it home for the second time in the past 3 seasons. Antetokounmpo told Bleacher Report,
"Look, I never tried to create a narrative about the work I put in, and maybe that might hurt me because I believe that the last 5 years, I've been the MVP. Do I want the 3rd MVP? Hell, yeah, I want the 3rd one. I'm extremely competitive. I try to make my team successful. It's what I get paid for. That's what I'm here for. I'm never going to be one who discredits anybody else's work. That's not who I am as a person. I will never beg for an MVP award that I believe I deserve. I'm very proud that I'm able to play at an MVP level because that means I'm making my team very successful. That's the goal."
Now, you might be thinking that the Bucks had an easy road to the top, but that couldn't be further from the truth. Despite some setbacks, such as injuries to key players like Chris Middleton and Drew Holiday, the Bucks have managed to post an impressive 58-24 record. In fact, it was a challenging season for the Bucks' Big Three, as they had only played together in 24 games this season. Crazy! But here's the real kicker. With the best record in the league, the path to the 2023 NBA Finals will run through Milwaukee. If the Bucks want to make it to the finals, they're going to have to defend their home turf. The Bucks had a blazing hot start to the season, winning their first 9 games, but unfortunately, they couldn't maintain that momentum. They went 20-17 in the next 37 games, and their Eastern Conference standing fell to 4th place by late January, with a 5.5 game deficit behind the Boston Celtics, who were leading the conference. However, the Bucks didn't let that discourage them. They went on an impressive 16-game winning streak that lasted until the beginning of March. Now, Milwaukee has its sights set on winning the 2nd title in 3 seasons. Before the start of the NBA playoffs, Antetokounmpo said,
"Our goal is to win the championship and be the last team standing. But at the end of the day, this is sports. It's not about talking. Hopefully, we can play the best of our abilities and bring another championship to Milwaukee."
They're determined to bounce back after last season's disappointing playoff exit at the hands of the Celtics in the semifinals. In Game 7, the Bucks lost by a whopping 28 points on Boston's home floor, which was a tough pill to swallow. But you know what they say? It's not about how you start, it's about how you finish. And the Bucks are looking to finish strong. So let's see what they can do in the playoffs this season. Now, when it comes to Jokic, Embiid, and Giannis, no wrong answer exists when it comes to choosing the best out of these 3 giants. Each of these players is a big-time winner and can lead their team to believe that a championship is possible. It's hard to pick just one out of these 3 outstanding players, but in the end, only one can win. And that's what makes the NBA so exciting to watch. So what do you think? Who do you think will come out on top? And do you think the Bucks have what it takes to win it all? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to stay up to date with all the latest NBA updates. As always, thanks for watching. And until the next one, take care.